Hey guys, THUNDERSTUD here, bringing you a deck that I go back to every now and then when new stuff arrives. It mostly is because of this 2-card combo of our boy Catapult Crusader and Rock Bombardment, but it's essentially a rock deck. I started it when Catapult Zone was new, and obviously this card. We were soft locked on Catapult Crusader, we only had a couple of them, but now we have 3. We've had 3 for a moment, and just other rock monsters that vibe with the deck, as well as some burn win cons. So chain reaction of course is contributing. Lava Golem is a great burn effect, but he's just really no threat to this deck because this deck revolves around sitting some high defense rock monsters on the field and just not letting them get destroyed ever. Then couple that chain reaction with a few traps, stuff that sends to our graveyard, a bunch of cards that actually sends to our graveyard, and then something that utilizes our graveyard. So it's nice and focused, tons of synergy throughout all the little combos, and it just works well to get to its win cons. Its win cons aren't the greatest in the world, it's just essentially a burn deck. You're not really trying to swing, you can't swing, but you're not trying to, and it just works out pretty well against some decks. Sometimes you're not pulling what you need to, like a little too many lava golems, too many monsters in your hand. You don't really want them in your hand, but you will get some wins. It's a fun deck, guys. Really fun. It does stuff other decks just don't even think about doing. So it's pretty cool. We've already gone over Lava Golem. Catapult Crusader, why is he so good? If he's sent to the graveyard, that's from hand, deck, or field. You can target one face-up monster your opponent controls, change a face-down defense position, or you can return a face-up spell card to the hand. Super cool boy, pretty much the core of the deck. Then we have Revival Golem. Kind of the same thing. Whenever he's sent to the graveyard from your deck, you can special summon him from the graveyard or add him to your hand. So he's not quite as good as Catapult Crusader because he does need to come from your deck, but we do have a lot of ways to put him through your deck. So we also have Sentry, Soldier of Stone. There's actually a skill that revolves around this boy. He's a pretty new card. He's not too crazy. We're only running 2 copies of him because he will brick you a little harder than anyone else, but he is one of our higher attack monsters. And if all monsters you control are rock-type monsters while this card's in your graveyard, you can special summon this card. You can only do that once per turn. So he's a nice little sticky boy once you get him into your graveyard. Last but not least, we have Mind Golem, giving us more of that burn win con. When this card is destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, so it has to be by battle, you get to inflict 500 damage to your opponent. They all have very high defense, low attack. Revival Golem's the lowest attack, Catapult Crusader's the highest attack, and these boys are in the middle. Now, a new card we got that made me return to this deck. It's another field spell, guys, and field spell is very important in a rock deck. There's a reason they keep giving us field spell support, and that is Trimid Pulse, because Trimid Pulse banishes 2 cards from your graveyard, and it's any combination of field spell or rock. So now we have tons of field spell, tons of rocks. They work for each other. They work for Trimid Pulse. What do you do with those 2 banished cards? You can target a card on the field, face-up card, and destroy it. You can target a rock monster in your graveyard, special summon it, or you can target up to 3 field spells in your graveyard, shuffle them into the deck, and then draw 1 card. So those are all pretty decent skills. Of course, the destroy one face-up is probably what you're going to be using the most, and it works out really well with all this synergy of tons of field spell and rocks, like I said. So the new field spell, what does it do? Sacred Defense Barrier. Each time a rock monster is normal summon or flip summon, change it to defense position, so that's how you get them face up. And if you do, place 1 protection counter on it. If a monster with a protection counter would be destroyed by a card or battle effect while this card is on the field, so it does have to be on the field, the counter won't do it on its own, remove 1 protection counter from it instead. So it protects them from an instance of destruction for really no cost. Unlike Catapult Zone, which will protect them from an instance of destruction for a cost, but our cost is really not much of a cost, and it's more of a benefit thanks to the synergy of this deck. So you send a rock type, you can send Catapult Crusader, flip a card face down, you can send Revival Golem, special summon him, you can send Sentry Soldier, special summon him next turn in case you don't have Revival Golems or something like that. But it's only once per turn, so it'll only save your monster once. And then on top of that, just having rocks in your graveyard feeds your Trimid Pulse, like I said. Now Rock Bombardment, same idea. You get to choose what rock monster you send from your deck, inflict 500 damage to your opponent, but it is in fact 700 damage with chain reaction. Hallowed Life Barrier, discard from your hand, get one of those rocks into the graveyard, and of course, protect a monster, protect your life points. And last but not least, Needlebug Nest. Like I said, you're seeing the theme. Fill up your graveyard, gain their graveyard effects, and just burn your opponent while they struggle to get over these rock boys. So, really fun deck, guys. It's so unique. Rocks are just really doing their own thing with this high defense and special effects. Jumping around in the graveyard. Very cool stuff, guys. Chain Reaction gives you that little oomph you need to really get those wins. And so you have success. It's a really cool deck. I'm not even showing it properly here. There we go. And yeah, try it out, guys. It's cheap, it's easy, it's fun. Just, you need the field spells. So if you have the field spells, definitely try it out. Hope you guys enjoy, and thanks for watching. Alright, here's a Pegasus. Going second. 24 cards. Going for Mind Scan. Trident Pulse, Lava Golem, Rock Bombardment, and a Sentry, Soldier of Stone. That's actually a pretty good hand. Gets even better with our Mind Golem, so this is a good hand, believe it or not. We're fighting Witchcrafters, so he brings out his Pittori, brings out his Madame Beret, doing his whole search nonsense, using Patroness, all that crazy Witchcrafter nonsense. But we got some surprises for him. He's gonna try to kill our Sentry boy. He goes for it with the 3K, showing us the Machine Angel Ritual. The Sentry boy will jump right back out when we have a rock, so it's nothing to really worry about. Top deck our Tackle boy, normal summon him. She's going to try to negate his effect, that's perfectly fine by us. We bring out our Sentry, Soldier of Stone. She's using Patroness, adding to her hand, all that nonsense. We're gonna pass our turn. Now remember, Tackle boy's safe because we have all our stuff. Trident Pulse is going to flip up and actually stop Galaxy Cyclone. It won't destroy it. Or no, I guess it still does. And then we go to Rock Bombardment. Throw away Tackle Crusader. Flip down his Foray. She's now face down in his battle phase. Nothing he can really do from there. Set another rock monster in our Mind Golem and just wait for that second monster to get hit by this Lava Golem. Uses Pittori, brings out Schemeta. Brings out Idel, that's perfect. I didn't want to see 2 Foray, I want to see that Idel. Throw in, search in, thin in, all that stuff. Search and Unveiling. It's really of no consequence all these plays. So he swings at our Tackle boy, that's going to let us flip that Foray face down once again. Adding all those cards to his hand, but you know what time it is, guys. It's Lava Golem time. We already have 2 monsters on the field. This guy's in some trouble. Get our Sacred Barrier Defense, even better. We hit him there. I should flip up the Mind Golem just to protect him, but I don't want to show him the Mind Golem, so we're just going to use Sacred Defense and leave it at that. Oh no, I do switch up the Mind Golem, so let's show him the Mind Golem. It's worth more the protection, because he's going to have to destroy it anyway. And, you know, they don't really have monster removal outside of swinging here with Witchcrafters. So he's going to have to swing at that boy twice to take 500 damage. Takes 1000 damage from the Lava Golem. Brings out another Foray. Karma cuts our poor Mind Golem. And then swings at the Sentry. But guess what, guys? Time limit loss again. They don't even wait. It's not even like long waits and they're just tilted and they're making me wait. It's such a complicated duel. They're taking like 20 seconds between each turn trying to think it out, especially Witchcrafters with just all those nonsense plays of thinning your deck and adding to your hand. Great wins. He still had a very uphill battle to even get over me, even if he had all the time in the world. So it's great stuff, guys. Alright, here we are versus Zane. See what our boys got in store for us. We're going second. We want to go first, but they're making us go second, so we'll play along. You get a Tackle Boy, Trident Pulse, and 2 traps. You don't really want Tackle Boy in your hand, so really unfortunate to see him there. He's best from the deck, but you play with what you got. We have 2 Rock Bombardments anyway, so that's gonna really put a damper in Cyber Dragons. These full Cyber Dragons, we top deck a Catapult Zone, love seeing that. Set 3 back row, 1 monster. Tackle Crusader has no effect to use. And he destroyed our Trident Pulse, which means both our Rock Bombardments are safe, which is really good for us. Now he goes into another core and veer play, so this guy's getting all the cards he needs. We're gonna show him what we got. Here he's going Cyberload Fusion. We're gonna rock Bombardment. I did not do this chain right. What would have been a better chain is as soon as he searched the Cybernetic, I could have used Rock Bombardment. I could have flipped one of these boys face down and then flipped the other face down, and they wouldn't count as Cyber Dragon, so he would have a harder time. But here he goes right into his Rampage. We're gonna flip that Rampage face down after he destroys our stuff, and I do believe we chain the second Rock Bombardment. So that's 1400 damage right there, and tons of monsters in our graveyard, as well as some protection, because now instead of sending a Taco Crusader, we send our Revival Golem. 2100 defense, guys. That stops a Rampage Dragon. Now we get another Trimid Pulse. We have plenty of cards that will fuel that Trimid Pulse in our graveyard. Normal summons a Dragon Core, searches that Overflow once again, flips up his boy again. This time we're going to destroy him. Chain reaction just for using our Trimid Pulse. Banish 2, destroy the boy, and we're good to go. We get a Needle Bug. That should be nice for us. Now he gets a Cybernetic Overflow, destroys both our face down. We just got to really rely on our Needle Bug Nest. He's going to Cosmic Cyclone it. We're going to use it. We would really want a Revival Golem, I'd imagine, here. Let's see what we get. Terrible. We get lava, 2 Lava Golems, and 3 Traps. So that was probably the worst Needle Bug I've ever seen in my life. Thankfully, our boy didn't have a follow-up. We set our Revival Golem. He boldly attacks us with a 1600 monster. Wouldn't be able to stop any of our boys. We get a Catapult Zone. That pretty much just saves us against a normal Cyber Dragon, because a Rampage Dragon would still destroy it. We get another Sentry. Just building up our defenses, waiting for this boy. He's going to cut his life points in half again, so he can use that graveyard. Sets the card again. That was actually a weird play. I don't know why he did that. Here's our win con, guys. As long as he destroys this Mind Golem by battle, we're about to win this duel with his 350 life points. Goes into that Rampage Dragon, destroys our Catapult Zone, mills his deck even further. Just need him to attack this card, guys. Attack that one. He does. That's the Mind Golem. Hit him for the win. That's game. Great stuff, guys. Alright, here we are versus Bandit Keith. Going second. Using 2 field spells, it looks like. We have a Barrier and a Lava Golem, so no Rock Boys for us, but there's Tackle Boy. So we use Sacred Defense Barrier, normal summon Tackle Crusader, that's a token on him. Tries to use the Regeki Break immediately for our back row, go right ahead. Sets another card, so really no monsters to deal with, so we're going to switch things up, go for Catapult Zone, so we can normal summon our boys in attack mode, and keep swinging. We're even burning Fiendish Chains, so we're really on this guy's head. And then we hit him for 1k, that's so valuable for this deck. If you're able to squeeze out an extra 1k from a swing, by all means, it's going to take you far. Then he returns, our Lava Golem hits us, and then scoops, because he probably didn't have a way to stop his own Lava Golem on the top deck. It's just frustrating when you top deck a Lava Golem. But great stuff, guys. Alright, here's Yami Merrick. See what our boys got for us. We're going second so many times with this deck. Now, he's using Shadow Games. That's just going to help us get our win even faster. We have some Mind Golems. We have Rock Bombardment, so we're hitting this boy with some quick damage. He's using Heavy Samurai, so he's going to fill up that graveyard for us. Very weird deck to use with Shadow Games, because you do get a lot of cards into your deck, or into your graveyard. Using his Giga Gloves, gets his Trumpeter back, going into that Stealth Ninja. Now remember, we have Rock Bombardment, so we're going to be able to flip this Stealth Ninja down. There is no Flutist to stop us, so we want him to put as many equips onto this boy as we can, because that's just going to be more cards in his graveyard. Top deck a Revival Golem, not what you want to see. Set our Mind Golem, set our traps. He's adding even more equips to our boy. It's exactly what we want to see. Switches to the battle phase. We show him Rock Bombardment. Throw away Tackle. He's going to flip him face down, add 2 more cards into his graveyard. That's 500 damage from Shadow Games, guys. That is huge for this deck. Huge for this deck. He's already at 2500. Remember, we have a second Trimid Pulse just waiting for him. Only problem with Heavy Samurai is they don't usually attack at the monsters. Now, the beauty of flipping this boy face down is now he has to be in attack. And when he's in attack position, they use the damage based on his attack. So he's only a 1200 monster. Not a huge deal for us. Soul Shield only gives him more defense, so that's just a 1200 swing. We'll take it. Now remember, Trident Pulse is going to be banishing from our graveyard, so we're not really going to have a hefty graveyard on our hands to hurt us with the Shadow Games. Now we use our Mind Golem, swing into that boy, give him the 500 damage in exchange for 200 damage from us, switch up our Trident Pulse, banish 2, destroy his Stealth Ninja. That's another Soul Shield in his graveyard. We swing with our Mind Golem, but we use our Catapult Zone, throw our Tackle Crusader, flip that boy face down, so he won't work out with his effect either if he was to choose to use the Search. So uses that Big Ori, hits us for 1400, we're down to 600 guys, but we are not scared. Swings into our Mind Golem, we're down to 400, Mind Golem ticks him down to 800. We're going to Trident Pulse some cards out, destroy that Stealth Ninja once again. He's at 100 damage. We do a Miracle Top Deck of our Sentry Soldier. Here we go, guys. Normal summon, swing for exactly 100 damage. Super, super sweet. Great stuff, guys. Alright, here's Nikiza. See what she's got for us. Going second. You really want to go first with this deck, obviously. 2 mini monsters in our hand, especially Tackle Crusader, because you really want him in your graveyard. So this is in fact a bad hand, and we're still going to have success against a top tier deck, guys. Just let that sink in for a while. It's all thanks to this Catapult Zone top deck. Now a bad hand turns into a pretty decent hand, but it's still one of our worst hands that we can develop. Now we get a Samurai Saga after a Squire play straight into a Shogun Saga. He's going to probably banish that Squire. Draw 1 and discard. It was a Gozuki, so that actually activates his effect. He banishes that Shogun. Special summons the Solitaire, does nothing from that. We're going to Catapult Zone our Tackle Crusader, throw Revival Golem, and he's going to revive right onto the field. We're stacking up against him. Here it is. What a top deck. So we start with a bad hand, but we're getting great top decks, and Lava Golem taking both his monsters and beating a Floodgate. So we're really just on top of him. Here he uses his Spectral Sword effect to bring out a King Hadez, which is pretty good. He'd stop Tackle Crusader, believe it or not. He's trying to use Forbidden Lance on my Tackle Crusader because he thinks that'll not let Catapult Zone protect him. But Tackle Crusader's not actually interacting with Catapult Zone. Catapult Zone is doing its own thing, just saving the monster. So that does not work, but that was an interesting try. So we get our Rock Bombardment, set another Mind Golem. We need to get rid of that King Hadez for this Mind Golem to work, because if he destroys it, it won't work. So we throw another Mind Golem to the graveyard. Now we're going to use our Tri-Mid Pulse, destroy that King Hadez, and we are safe from his nasty, nasty effect that negates the effects of monsters once he destroys them. Here he Ballista Squads our Lava Golem to destroy our Catapult Zone. That's mostly what he was focusing on. And I remember how I win this duel, guys. It's the greatest way you're going to see here soon. He goes for a Shogun Saga, destroys 3 of our boys, but not our Tackle Boy, which is probably a mistake. Brings out his Samurai Saga. Swings at our Tackle Boy. We're going to flip the big boy face down. We also have another Tackle Boy waiting for him, and another top deck of a Catapult Zone. So this guy is just raging. This is a long duel, guys. It's already 11 turns. My turns are really fast. I don't really have to solve the puzzle. It's his puzzle to solve. We're going to use our Tri-Mid Pulse, destroy that Samurai Saga. He gets to banish his Solitaire and special summon a monster for that protection. We don't mind one bit. We use Catapult Zone to protect our boy. That's a Revival Golem coming right back out. We just flood the field, guys. He can't stop us. Then we set another Sentry Soldier of Stone. This duel should be ending any moment now. He's going into a Shogun Saga. Gonna banish the Samurai, or no, banishes the Squire yet again. 6 cards down. We're Tri-Mid Pulsing. He has to banish again. He's gonna Ballista Squad our Catapult once again. Spectral Sword the Shogun Saga for 2 Sun Sagas, and then time limit win, guys. This wasn't a win where he was raging and just time limited me out with big waiting. He was making his plays. He had to think over his plays and make so many different plays. He genuinely ran out of time. He could not stop this deck fast enough to even win. It was great. I was blown away it even happened. I did not see it coming. He took no long pauses. It was just the bits of time he needed for every play to really think about what he was going to do. This deck is just such a challenging puzzle for everyone, guys. It's great stuff. Super fun. Plenty of reasons to play it. If you're feeling burnt out on Duel Links, play a cool deck like this. It'll really get you back into it. It'll really troll your enemies. It's great, guys. Try it out. Let me know how it goes. And thanks for watching.